Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's ELLIOTTWAVE Forex and Cryptocurrency Market Analysis webinar. I hope you all had a great week. We've been seeing some great trading opportunities in the market. We will be looking at how we forecasted the market, how the market played out, and the outlook for the new week. So that gives us a perspective of how we look at the market into the new week. Right, so before we get started, guys, you can contact us via our social media pages. If you go to our YouTube page, under the description of all our videos, you'll find our contact details. If you just click under the description, you'll find the contact details there, as well as our social media pages, Twitter and Facebook. You can follow us there. You can also follow us on Telegram, as well as our trading view link, as you can see there. So make note that we will put up the timestamps. I see we've not put up the timestamps in the last video. Timestamps so that you can only just click on the videos that you, on the charts that you're interested in. You don't have to go through the whole video. Right, and as far as the next course is concerned, it's going to be the 5th of September. So the 5th of September is a live 10-day course. If you'd like to join us, you can go to our website. You can purchase your course there. You get the recorded version immediately. And when we engage on the live course, you get to ask questions and interact live on the 5th of September all the way up to the 15th of September. All right, so let's get started. Let's have a look at how the market has played out and what the outlook is going into the new week. All right, some of these charts, when we look at the market recap, we're also doing the forecast for the new week as well. All right, so let's just go to the top here. We'll take it up to the top. So let's have a look here. So this is the Slack channel. This is the platform that we use to communicate with our members. So this is pound US dollar. This is only in just in the last week. So as you can see, this is a 1 hour chart, and this is the chart before and after. Let's have a look and see how that is going to be playing out. So I've already opened this on Outlook. So let's have a look at it here. So let's have a look at the charts here. So these are the charts that were on our website and shared with our members. So let's have a look here. So the focus for the week was that we are supposed to get a 3-wave pullback. If you remember, a couple of weeks back, we were looking for just a 3-wave pullback here. And this looks like, so in the week, we saw that this was going to give us a double. As you can see here, you've got the first leg here in ABC. Let me just do this in purple. 1, 2, 3 here, and in the last week we saw that this was going to make a double correction. That's why we forecasted another leg up higher. As you can see here with this forecast here for another leg here, we're looking for this to do that. Okay, so we're forecasting a double correction there. So this is how this one has played out. As you can see, we've got that pullback, we've got a move to the upside. Will this now push to the upside? So this is what I'm going to look at when we start with the market outlook. Maybe rather let's look at it while we are on it and see what we are forecasting going into the new week. Let's have a look at the pound US dollar. How does that look? All right, so we are on the weekly chart. Let's have a look at this on the 4-hour. Will we get that double correction? Let's have a look here. So we've got that pullback. So there's a likelihood that even if we're getting that double correction, we can play out something like this. So we've got these 3 waves already to the upside. We've got this one as a 1, as a 2. We can have this one coming down here, making a regular or an expanding flat here. Then we get another leg to the upside doing that. So that will be a nice WXY corrective structure. Okay, so that is if it's going to give us a double. If not, that means this is all a correction. This is done with the correction, and we're going to start going down here. So this will give us an indication when we get to this level here, and that's where we're going to level look at pound US dollar. We're going to get one more leg to the upside to give it a double and the continuation to the downside, or we're just going to go straight from here. So this is what we're waiting for here. We wait for confirmation around this area. Okay, let's see if it's going to do that, and then downside. Okay, so that is pound US dollar. So let's have a look at the rest. Now, looking at pound US dollar, so let's have a look at AUD US dollar. So the theme has been the same on the US dollar pairs. As you can see, we've been focusing that we will at least have another leg to the upside here on AUD US dollar. So this is now looking like it has started a 5-wave move to the upside. So this is supposed to be the 3rd wave. So we're looking for that. We're focusing the 3rd wave here. As you can see here, we're not interested in trading this downside here, only the upside here on AUD US dollar. Let's have a look and see how this has played out. So that is AUD US dollar. As you can see, already 270 pips to the upside. So the expectation is that this should continue into the new week as well, into the new trading session. So let's just have a look at the live chart, what it looks like here on AUD US dollar. Let's have a look at it. So AUD US dollar. Let's just take this one off here. So this is Audi US dollar. As you can see here, we're still expecting this to continue to the upside. So that was the latest chart here. So we broke out of this structure, gave opportunities to continue pushing to the upside. So we're still expecting that this should continue to the upside into the new week as well. All right, so let's have a look and then recap the rest here as we're forecasting the direction for the next week as well. All right, so that is Audi US dollar. New Zealand will be the same as well. You can see it's exactly the same chart, almost the same chart as Audi US dollar. That's because the two are correlated. So the theme has been the same, was to expect a pullback and a continuation to the upside on both. And as you can see, it has played inch perfect and has also given about 258 pips with this corrective structure here with ABC that was expected, and we've now gone up to 258. The expectation into the new week is that this one should continue to the upside as well. We should see continuation to the upside. And then New Zealand yen, as you can see here, we have picked it up right at the bottom here, looking for this one to continue to push to make this complex B correction. A complex B correction is a very powerful move. So you can see that even without any indication here, just because of the structure, we were able to focus that this was going to make a push to the upside, because simply this was making a move like this, and we have a complex B correction here. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3 here, and then we drop here. So even as this was dropping, we knew that this was supposed to push to the upside, and you'll see that that is exactly how that has played out. Now, what is the outlook going into the new week? So expect a bit of a pullback from current levels and continuation to the upside on New Zealand yen. All right, so that's what you have on New Zealand yen. And Audi yen, same thing. This one, as you can see, we picked this one up here as it was already on the move to the upside, but just like New Zealand yen, you can see already 305 pips on this one, and there was 412 pips on New Zealand, as you can see in just last week alone. So the forecast for these two is that we continue to push to the upside. Any pullbacks in the 4 or the 1 hour, we're still expecting this to continue to push to the upside and give us one more upside. All right, so Pound Chief. So Pound Chief, this was the chart from June. If you look at this one here, this chart, let me just see if we can expand it. The chart here is from the 10th of June. We posted this one up from the 10th of June. This has already dropped over 800 pips from June up to date. So this is where we got it. We're looking for this one to drop all the way down here. And if you look at Pound Chief here, it has already dropped almost 800 pips here. Let's have a look here. That's the 800 pips that this has dropped here. This is where we picked it up. So every time it gave corrective structures like this, we've been updating during these weekly outlooks. Every time we get something like this, look at this one here again, another complex B corrective structure. So the complex B corrective structure is very, very powerful moves. So eventually 800 pips to the downside, and we're still expecting Pound Chief to continue lower into the new week as well. So expect this one to continue to the downside as well into the new week. So it must just keep giving you these corrective structures. So remember, it must be this size and degree for you to continue riding the trend to the downside. Right, so that is a Pound Chief. Now, Amazon, we call this one the roadmap of Amazon. We've been posting this one since March the 10th, and this is mostly correlated to your indices, okay? So this is Amazon. Let's have a look at how we've been tracking Amazon. It has been playing out inch perfect over the last couple of days. So we are looking for this one to do a double correction like this. So let me just put it like this. So let me show you the wide degree here. We are expecting a double correction, 1, 2, 3, okay, and then upside. Now where we are is that we have already completed. We completed 1, 2, 3, and we're currently in this upside here. Okay, we've completed the 1, 2, 3. Let me draw it in blue as it's indicated in blue. We've completed this blue degree here. Have a look at this one, WXY. We are now pushing up for this move here. We're currently here, and as you will see, the indices are starting to push to the upside. You'll see when you do a analysis on the indices that we're starting to make a move to the upside. But let me show you how this is playing out and exactly what the view is on Amazon. Have a look at that. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got WXY has already played out. We are currently in this leg here that I was showing you in the previous chart, so that we are focusing that this is going to make a move back up here in in 3 waves. So there is a possibility that we don't get this one here to the downside. We don't get this one here, and then this one we don't get, and instead we just get this one going like that, and we go and get the next leg up higher. But for now, we're still focusing upside all the way up to around 160 area, because that is what we want to see if it's going to change the structure. If the structure doesn't change and we just push up like that, we know that that means that is all the correction. And if we start coming down here, we know that it's just going to make a double correction in the white degree, in the white degree here, as you can see in WXY, and then a move to the upside. That is Amazon, and that is how we're tracking it. Okay, so those who like to track Amazon, that is our view on Amazon. Now, this is a daily chart just to indicate that the forecasts are done from daily charts way back in the beginning of the year. We update all the daily charts. So in the beginning of the year, we already know what the direction of the market is. We already know what we're trading. So as I was indicating last week or the week before on how we traded the NFP using wave theory. So we don't really just trade fundamentals using wave theory. We're using the technicals. So we knew already from February that any move that we're going to be trading will be upside. So whether the NFP comes, whether any news events, FOMC comes, we know that the direction is upside on the DXY. So if the DXY is upside, that means anything against the US dollar, we will be selling it because the US dollar has been strong. So as you can see, that was the forecast on the DXY, and as you can see already 1,331 points. Those are not pips, those are points, because that is the DXY, and you'll see that it's exactly the inverse on Euro US dollar. Okay, now talking about Euro US dollar, let's have a look at Euro US dollar and what we're looking at here. Now, Euro US dollar, yes, last week, if you watched the video last week, this was the forecast. So I was expecting that this will continue slightly lower and then give us a move exactly where we are. So we didn't get this move here. We just got to this level here. So what has happened here is that this has simply made, instead of an expanding flat that I was forecasting, has just given us a running flat, and we are now here around this area. So what does that mean for the euro? Does that mean that the move to the upside is complete and we start getting a move to the downside? So let's have a look here. So there may still be a move here like this one, and then we're getting this one as 5 waves here. Let's have a look here. And a move like that, so that it can still happen here. So we can still get here the one coming up here. Why would it be doing that? So that's because it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, the same way that you've got 5 waves here. So you can have this one as an A, B, C move on the euro. So let's watch the euro, whether we're going to get a slight move to the upside or this is just going to continue to the downside. That will mean that your C here is here and that move is complete. So we'll start looking for clues and confirmation for downside there on the euro. All right, pound US dollar, we've already done that. Okay, you've already seen that there's a possibility for this one to give us a double like that, which would mean that this is the structure, this is the move, and you get this one as a WXY corrective structure. Already indicated that. All right, US dollar CAD. Right, so US dollar CAD, expecting this one to continue to the downside like this. So you've got this move here coming here, 1, 2. Expect this one to continue to the downside, although there's a possibility for it to give you a flat correction here before we come down here like that. But either way, we should expect this one to come around this level before resuming a move to the upside. Okay, so that is US dollar CAD. AUD US dollar, you've seen just now with the recaps that we're expecting this one to continue to the upside. That is the expectation. Similarly to New Zealand US dollar, expect this to continue to the upside, as I've already indicated with the recap. So any slight pullback, expect the continuation to the upside. All right, now this is US dollar ZAR. US dollar ZAR, expect this one to continue slightly lower here and then a move to the upside. That will give you a 3-wave pullback like that. Okay, so that is the expectation there on this one here, looking for a move to the upside. Okay, so that is US dollar ZAR. Let's go to the yen pairs. Now, looking at the yen pairs, let's have a look here. So the pound yen may have already started a move to the downside. So we just need to get that confirmation. All right, so we're starting to look at sequences to the downside. I'll show you why we're expecting a move to the downside. even the Audi yen and New Zealand yen, where we're expecting a move to the upside, we know that that should just be the last move before we come to the downside. Now, this one is starting to make a move less like this here, and we could be starting a move like that. 1, 2, and then this one is starting to be the wave 3, because what we're expecting on pound here, if I just take you to the weekly chart, we're expecting this to have completed the move to the upside, right? So we're expecting to start seeing a move to the downside. So these prices don't just drop like that. So you're going to have to get clues here. You're going to have to get confirmation here for this to start dropping. So it's not dropping in a straight line like that. So what you're going to be expecting is a confirmation with the indicator that we use that will give us an entry point for many pips to the downside. So just like we did with the DXY, we will be looking for this one to start making a move to the downside, but that has not yet been confirmed. So, but simply this is a WXY corrective structure, rather an ABC corrective structure. So it's an ABC corrective structure, and we're expecting this move to the downside here on pound yen. Okay, so we're looking for clues in the lower degree for this to start coming to the downside. Now, as much as you know that direction, what I've always said is it is absolutely critical to know when to enter. So if you remember, we have had entries here where we've sold this one around here, where we've got this one as an entry here. We've been indicating this during the weekly outlooks. So what is the possibility here? So the possibility is that this could make a flat correction here, makes a leg here to the upside here, and then we drop. So that's another possibility. So let's just watch that for now. All right, US dollar yen. We have been selling US dollar yen as we've been taking you through this one for the last couple of weeks. So from before this one started dropping here, indicated that we're expecting a 3-wave move here. We've expected this one to make a 3-wave pullback and a continuation to the downside. But what we could see here in the new week is that you've got a 3-wave move. You could have this one as a 3-wave pullback. You can have this one coming back around this level before dropping to the downside, giving you a 3-wave corrective structure like that. So let's keep an eye on US dollar yen for a move to the downside. Okay, euro yen showing downside as well, but it can also give you a move like that. So you can have this one doing the 3-wave move here like this, giving you a WXY pull back here to the downside. Okay, similarly the chief is the same. So let's have a look here. With the chief, we could get this one pushing slightly up higher. 2 scenarios here. So this one could do, let's have a look here. So this is 1, 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3. So you've gone here up here in 5. It's going up here in 5 waves. So this can still make the last move here first before pulling back one more up before the drop. Okay, so that is what we're expecting here on chief. So a bit of a push to the upside to complete the 5 waves. If it does not, it may have made a truncated move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if this is all there, we can start getting the pullback from here. One more up, or rather, this one can end up in a diagonal before dropping. So let's just see how this one is going to drop to the downside, because the long-term view on chief yen as well as euro yen and all the yen pairs is that we should get, if we're getting a move to the upside, that is the last leg for a move to the downside. Okay, so let's watch that. CAD yen, similarly, we'll be expecting this to either just give us a move to around this level and a drop here, because what you're seeing here is a move here in 3. So as you can see here, that is the structure, a pullback and a continuation to the downside. So basically expecting 3-wave pullbacks on the yen pairs before the drops. Okay, right, so those are the yen pairs, and that's the expectation. You've already seen Audi and New Zealand in the forecast. We're expecting those to continue to push to the upside. Let's have a look at gold now. Gold, we should continue to push to the upside. Okay, so we should see this one going to the upside. It has gone up in 5 waves. So at some point, we will see a 3-wave pullback, a deeper pullback that could even come back to the 50 or 61%. But why are we expecting gold to continue pushing up higher? That's because of this structure that I have shown for the last couple of weeks. if not months, we've been looking at these gold structures. Now we've started the move to the upside. Is this the move? Are we going to get a pullback and continuation to the upside? So let's watch for this here. If you did not get an opportunity to get into gold here, wait until you get a pullback here. If it's going to give you an opportunity for an entry, then you're going to look for more upside there on gold. It's similar on silver. I'm showing you on the daily as well. So silver also may have completed its three-wave structure here as follows: 1, 2, 3. As you can see there, let's use a thinner color here. As you can see here, you've got 3 waves down, you've got 3 waves up, and you've got this 3 waves to the downside as well. So this one is a complex B corrective structure here in the middle. So let's have a look here. That's what you have there. So WXY structure here on silver. Is it done? Are we ready for a move to the upside? Wait for this one here to ride the trend to the upside when it confirms. For now, just stay away from that one until you get another entry confirmation. All right, platinum is the same. As you can see, platinum is even clearer on the daily. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3 waves, a textbook example of a WXY corrective structure on platinum. We're starting to see a move to the upside. Any pullback here, look for opportunities to trade it to the upside. So that is platinum. If I just go down the lower degree, we will still see platinum continue to push to the upside before any pullback. All right, Brent crude oil. Now, Brent crude oil still looking to give us another leg to the downside. What you're seeing here is a 3-wave corrective structure, WXY. So we should see oil give us another leg to the downside, possibly a retest of another lower degree here, rather another low here at around 92 because of this corrective structure. So let's see this one come down to this level. Okay, so that is Brent crude oil. Pound AUD. Now, pound AUD, let's have a look here. This has got a very interesting structure. Let me show you the structure and how we're looking at pound AUD. So the fact that it has broken this low here and we're not trading support or resistances. When I talk about the lows, I'm talking about the low of a structure. Okay, we're talking about structure levels. So because it has dropped below that level, any pullback here on pound will expect more downside. But it's not just about breaking that, it's about this sequence that we're looking at here. Now, if you look at the sequence, so this is what we're looking at here. We've got a complex B corrective structure here. Now, keep talking about how powerful this complex B corrections are. So if you look at this one here, it's a regular flat here in the red degree that I've indicated in purple. Maybe let me indicate it in red. So you've got 1, 2, 3 complex B correction here. Actually, 2 complex corrections here within each other. So you're going to have here another blue one. Let's draw it cleanly here. 1, 2. This is 1, 2. And then you've got this one as 1, 2. And then that completes your structure. Let me switch this off. So your structure is completed like that. So that is your ABC corrective structure. That ABC corrective structure is a running flat. If you look at that, that is a running flat, okay? So you've got your running flat, B here, and then C there. Then you've got internally, you've got your ABC corrective structure here, ABC, complex B correction. Okay, what is a complex B correction? That is a whole model that you have to go through to understand what complex B corrections are. So that is what we have here on pound AUD. So any pullback on pound AUD, do not go and sell this one here. Wait for a pullback because it will happen and you will get opportunities to trade it to the downside. Okay, so we have been dropping and we're still expecting continuation to the downside. Similarly with pound CAD, let's have a look here on pound CAD. So pound CAD, whatever is happening here is simply a corrective structure and this will still continue to the downside. So we've got that here. Even if you see pound CAD making a structure like this, do not rush to buy this because that will just be giving you a corrective structure for more downside. Okay, so that is a pound CAD. Expect continuation to the downside. Pound CHF, you've already seen that one during trade recaps. Pound New Zealand, the same. You still expect this one to continue lower. Any pullback, if you get an opportunity for a pullback and an entry here, okay, watch it. And if you've got a strategy for entry, you should be making a lot of money here. So we'll wait for opportunities to trade that one lower. Okay, that is a pound New Zealand. Let's have a look at Euro AUD. Euro AUD is the same. The trend is low here, so it's very clear. The trend is clear any pullback that you're going to find here with 3 waves here, so we'll be looking for this one to do that. Okay, so the trend is clear, the sequence is to the downside, so we're looking for opportunities to the downside. Similarly, EURCAD, just like PoundCAD, this one is going to give us a move to the downside here. So we're getting this one as an entry to the downside. We're seeing this one to come to the downside. This could make a complex B correction here and come to the downside. The complex B will be this one here, which is 1, 2, 3. So there's that possibility. So let's watch this one. For now, expect this one to come down to around this level. Okay, before if it comes down here and it breaks lower, then that is just going to continue to the downside. But there's also a possibility that we get one more up here. That will be giving us an opportunity to take it from around that level before coming down. Right, so that is EURCAD, EURCHF. The euros are just bearish. There is nothing new there except to just follow the trend. When you get a corrective structure, we'll be looking for this one to continue to the downside. Euro pound. Right, so euro pound, it is still bearish. As much as you're seeing this move to the upside, we should still see pound continue to the downside. Even if we see something like this here on pound, then we'll start looking for this one to continue pushing to the downside. For now, the structure is not clear. We need to get more data to see what structure this is going to make, but otherwise still bearish. All right, so that is those are the euros and the pound pairs. I'm gonna go to the indices. Let's have a look at the indices. Okay, I know we've got crosses, guys. I'm just not going to cover everything. I'm just going to cover high probable setups here. So the indices have been playing out inch perfect. So this is also correlated to Amazon, this chart that we've indicated in the beginning, the roadmap on Amazon. If you look at the S&P 500 textbook setup here with the 1, 2, 3, looking for this one to be making 5 waves to the upside, we should see a 3-wave pullback before a continuation to the upside. So what you have here is a textbook example of a WXY corrective structure, and we're seeing this one making 5 waves to the upside here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, before any pullback. Then that is the expectation to go and test this previous highs here, break up higher. We should see new highs on the indices. Similarly, the Dow Jones Industrial, same chart, as well as the NASDAQ. You'll see the NASDAQ difference with the NASDAQ is that this one is an ABC corrective structure. It's a 3-wave structure here with 5 waves, ABC. Okay. Now we're looking for this one to be making 5 waves to the upside as well. So the 5 waves to the upside are not yet completed. As you can see, you've got 1, 2, and we still have here an internal move here. We're still building only the lower degree here. We should still see this one here. We should still see this one do this, and then a pullback before breaking up higher. Okay, so that is the Amazon. We'll be looking for this one to make 5 waves to the upside. Okay. So that is Amazon. And as for the rest, let's have a look here on the Nikkei. Nikkei is showing very clear structures as well. So if you look at the Nikkei, what we've been indicating over the last couple of weeks as it was building up this structure, we looked at this one to be making a 1, 2, 3-wave structure. We're starting to make a move to the upside here in what looks like it's going to be a 5-wave move, because this should break up higher and test the new high, and test the previous highs here. Okay, so this was the previous high. So what is happening here is we're getting this one making a 3-wave pullback here. Okay, we're already around this level. We've already broken up here. We can see this one starting to give opportunities for more upside. So more upside on the Nikkei. Similarly, more upside on, before I go to the next Nifty, let me do the DAX. Okay, so the DAX, as you can see here, has also made a 3-wave pullback here. It has made a pullback here, and what we're seeing here with the DAX is it has broken the low here. Okay, so let's see what structure it's going to make, because we will expect it to only get up to this level for now, because that is a structural level. If it does that, there's a possibility that the DAX gives us a move like this, which will be an ABC corrective structure with a complex B correction. Okay, so let's watch the DAX, but for now, expect this to come to around this level. That is the DAX and the Nifty. Let's have a look at the Nifty. Right, so the Nifty is also just a textbook setup. We've got the Nifty listed on our website now. There's a new edition of the charts that we analyze. We analyze about 46 charts every single day, and those charts are updated twice every day during the London session as well as the New York session. So with the Nifty, what we're looking at here is a structure like this. So we've got this one is a running flat, 1, 2, 3, and we're starting a move to the upside. Any pullback after this completes its 5 waves, we should see a pullback and continuation to the upside. Okay, so that's all I have for you this week, guys. So look out for the crypto webinar. Sandile will be presenting the crypto webinar. I know we've not done the last 2 weeks, so Sandile will present the crypto outlook for you. You can just check it out on our channel. Once again, trade responsibly. If you like our content, please give us a thumbs up, hit that bell notification button so you get an alert the next time we upload a video. We also value and appreciate your comments, so please drop us a comments and suggestions. We will try to respond as much as we can. All right, have a great week, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.